Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going over kickflips, but on stair sets, how to kickflip stair sets and gaps, just going over some basic tips. It's going to be a lot different of a format here. It's nice to get away from the flat ground tricks and ledge tricks for a minute and just get into the depth of skateboarding here, skating stairs. It's a beautiful thing, and it's mostly mental. I would say that probably 90% of it, if not more, is really just a mental task, because the rest of it is the physical aspect of it that you already know how to do, right? You should already know how to do a flip trick on flat ground or on a hip, or just have the basic mechanics of it before you start taking it down larger stairs and gaps. But before getting into the video, I'd recommend watching my video on how to bail safely on stairs and gaps. I'll put the link to that in the description below. But it's important to realize that alongside all the times that you land a trick on a stair set or a gap, you'll also be bailing, and so it's important to know how to bail in those situations so that you don't put yourself at a higher risk for injury. So I would definitely recommend to watch that one as well. But just to go over a few tips on kick flipping stair sets, it's important to know how to catch your kick flip. I think knowing how to catch a kickflip before you take it down a stair set is super important, because that shows that you have control. You have control over the kickflip, and you know when it's, when the flip is done and your feet put a stop to it basically and allow you to land back on it. Whereas if you don't know how to catch it, you're just flipping it and just hoping to land back on it by the time that the board hits the ground. So it's a little bit riskier, and it's not a good way to kickflip down a stair set. You want to start the flip, and you also want to know when to end it. So I would say a good time to start kickflipping down stair sets is when you can catch a kickflip on flat ground. I would say that's a good time. Another tip I would recommend is to start slow. I'd recommend starting on a curb and then taking it off a bigger curb or a little ledge, and then starting at like a 3-stair, maybe a 4-stair, and then working your way up, because the concept is the same whether you're trying to kickflip a 3-stair or a 13-stair. It's really just the speed difference. It's the mental stress and everything else that comes with skateboarding. So that's when the mental aspect of skateboarding can really get to you, when you take what you've learned and you apply it and just sort of show that mastery, whether it be a certain obstacle or at a contest or whatever the case may be, or if you're filming in the streets. It's a mental challenge, but as long as you're prepared for it, it shouldn't be too difficult. Another thing I wanted to mention was that the board may flip slower, especially if you're skating a big obstacle, and that's okay. You want to take advantage of that airtime that you have to just make it flip a little bit slower, and you can manage it better that way. When you're doing a flip trick on flat ground, the goal is usually to flip it nice and fast and get the catch before you hit the ground again, but you have so much more airtime on a stair set, and it's okay to take advantage of that, whether it makes it more visible to you when it's flipping below your feet in the midst of all the chaos, if you're going really fast. And it's just a better way to take control of the flip trick. So if you're at this point and you're kickflipping on stairs, just remember that you're likely going to be going faster. It may feel a little different, but the concept is the same because the flip trick is the same. It's about knowing how to prepare yourself on a bail. It's about really having control over the trick that you do before you start mastering it and taking it down bigger obstacles. So those are my tips on kick flipping stairs. Hopefully you guys got something useful from this one. Let me know if you want me to cover stairs and gaps more often. I could make some more videos on that. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, I'll see you next time.